It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today I've got a really exciting guest to come on. It's the Blue Van Man. How are we doing, Mr. Blue Van Man? Dave?
We're doing fine. Thank you very much. It's an honour to be here and completely new to me. I haven't got a bloody clue about this. It's all new.
Brilliant. I'm just going to knock the volume up a bit.
I can shout louder.
Brilliant. I got the volume perfect.
I know.
So, Dave, you are the Blue Van Man. I'm going to ask all my followers now who are tuning in, who are going to watch this back maybe tomorrow or the next day or in the future, please check out Dave, the Blue Van Man. Absolutely fantastic YouTube channel. I've been following Dave since before Christmas. He's been doing a few beer reviews. I generally look out on the scene on YouTube for beer reviews. I seen he done a beer review and I thought this is fantastic. I can't remember quite what beer it was just before Christmas now. What was it, Dave? Can you remember?
I've done loads. What I did before Christmas, I picked a load of ales out of own bargains and all that kind of stuff. And I thought that if people were struggling for ideas to give the dad or the granddad, just buy a hamper of about 6 different beers. Yeah. So I've done many beers, many beers in my life.
So next question, for a bit of fun. What was the first beer you had and how old were you?
Do you know what? When I was around 8, we used to go to a working men's club in Colville. Yeah. And I used to go surfing around the tables. Yeah. So to be fair, I can't honestly remember, but I think it was Gold Label. So that was a fine one to introduce me. But normally I used to have Double Diamond. Double Diamond was the first one. I had that when I was 12. I've heard of it, not had the opportunity to try it. They don't make it anymore, I don't think. No, they don't make it anymore. It was my mother's tipple. She liked a Double Diamond. Yeah.
So, Dave, the next question I got for you before we open a beer, or should we wet our whistles? Should we open a beer and chat, maybe?
Do it. It's drinking weather, mate. It's drinking weather.
So, should we go with a 5 a.m. Saint first?
Yeah, we can do that one. Okay.
I'm going to crack mine. This beer is by Brewdog. It's their 5 a.m. Saint. Brewdog have gone crazy in terms of growth over the last 10 years.
The bottle opener even. It's what they come out to at Leicester.
Oh, yes, of course. Brilliant.
I'll shut that up. Hey, you guys were unlucky on Saturday, weren't you? Cardiff.
I was inconsolable for 2 hours after that.
Well, I don't blame Warnock for doing that. How he didn't put them down, I do not know. But anyway,
dreadful.
Get on to the beer.
So Brewdog started in about 2009, selling their beers from market stalls. Race forward to 2019, they have a fantastic multi-million-pound brewery in Scotland. They've got a sour brewery in Scotland. They've also got hotels in America, and they also now got a Brewdog airline. So you can fly to their American hotels, their brewery in America, and drink beer whilst you're on your way.
Wow!
In their hotels, they've got something called beer shampoo. They've actually got cans or shower beer, they call it. They've got cans of beer in the shower that you could crack and drink while you're in the shower.
Really?
Incredible. Yeah.
They certainly know how to live out there then, don't they?
They do, yeah. But they're based in Scotland. While we have our beer in our hands, we'll do the beer review in a moment, but I want to talk to you about your recent success, Dave. It's been astronomical. It's been absolutely fantastic. And I've been smiling here from my channel, just watching the explosive growth and then watching you like the videos after, just how excited you've been, and you've been like,
I'm under no illusion that I owe a lot of it to True Geordie and Lawrence. They found me, and I think it was just at the start of the year I was on 900 subscribers, and then all of a sudden I got over just over 1,000. They found me, and it's gone stupid, and I'm quite humbled and I'm quite embarrassed about how fast it's grown, because it's Food UK Review, them lads. I've overtaken them, and and they seem to think they are the #1 food review people, and they are, because I don't review food. I did socks the other day.
I've seen it, the JCB socks.
I'm not a food reviewer. I'm a reviewer of life. That's what I am. So them lads are still Food UK are #1.
What's your, in terms of beers, what's your take on craft beer? Do you dabble in the different craft beer? Are you aware of the craft beer scene?
I am getting more aware of it. I'll be honest with you, I was a lager drinker, a Guinness drinker, and a cider drinker.
Yeah.
But as I've grown up and I've got older, I've appreciated the ale more. I've all these people all over the country and wherever putting the hard work in, creating something new for a new taste for people. And this is why I've started doing these beer reviews as well, because everything like this should be publicised. I do a thing where people should use local butchers and stuff. And this is what I'm saying as well with the beer. You should be drinking this. It's in our DNA.
Absolutely. Oh, I had something on my mind then, and it's just blown. Do you ever have that day where it goes in and it goes straight back out again?
Time. When you go upstairs and you get up there and you don't know what you're doing. You ain't got a clue, have you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, from my point of view, you seem to have a really good palate for food. You seem to pull out a lot of flavours with the food. Dive your nose in here, Dave, and tell me what you're picking up.
Now, I've not read the label, because I like to do these things, and then where you gone?
Oh, I'm here.
That's all right. I've lost my screen. What it is, I don't like to read the label. I like to just take a sip, a smell, and then I do it. So, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. I'm just wondering where your screen's gone.
Yeah, I am. Do I need to press that button again? That thing again?
Maybe. I'm not sure what's happened here.
Right, 1 second. I'm going to go and tell the bell to turn off the bloody tablets and stuff in the house.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
Can you turn your tablets off, lover? Turn your tablet off. I've lost the Wi-Fi. Righto, cheers. And tell her.
There might be
hold on, mate.
There might be a part on the screen you press to turn the video camera back on.
Hello?
Ah! Yes, you're back. I got you. You're back.
I'm back. I've told them all to turn off because they're taking all the Wi-Fi.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. You're back. We got Dave back. We got Dave back. So,
yep.
Go for
now
it,
you're
Dave.
breaking up.
Aroma.
Are you there?
I'm okay my end, yeah. I got a good picture, good reception my end. No?
You sound like Norman Collier. We're back.
We're back. Brilliant. We're back.
You've gone again. Don't you just love technology?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Right, I'll carry on then, and we'll go from there.
Okay, you give your aroma on the beer.
Right, like I say, I don't read the labels. I normally take a smell and a sip, and then I'll go from there and see what I can taste. I don't want that to tell me what's in it.
Okay, yeah, of course.
So, I can smell a fruit of some kind. It's like a berry of, a red berry of something, but...
Yeah.
Oh, now that I do like. That is nice. I'm not into these citrusy drinks as such.
Yeah.
Well, this is quite nice. This is more of a berry, fruits of the forest kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the red malts mixed with the American hops, and it's making a beautiful flavour.
Yeah, that is nice. I do like that one. That is nice. I could drink this again, definite.
I remembered what I was going to say to you earlier on. I've been meaning to do this for years, Dave, and I've never known how to go about it. I was thinking of my idea. What I wanted to do was share my love for craft beer with I'm going to grab somebody on the street with my camcorder. Yeah. Literally do a beer review in the street with somebody who is not necessarily massively aware about craft beer. And
yeah, I know what you mean.
I've got this opportunity now with you, and it's brilliant to do this. I like the beer. It's really good. Yeah,
it is. I do like this. This is nice. I like the berry flavour. It's nice, and it's like a warm winter drink to me, this, with the berries. It's just end of summer.
Absolutely, absolutely. Basically, I'm not sure if you've seen my channel over the last couple of days.
I haven't had a chance, mate. I've been doing 12-hour days.
No worries at all. There's a big buzz in the beer scene at the moment. Have you got a Tesco Extra near you?
We've got a Tesco everything round our way.
Of course, Leicester. So the big Tesco's, they've just launched about 25 cans of craft, really good craft beers. So,
all right, yeah.
Beers with pink fruit.
Yeah.
Beers with mixed berry gelato beers.
Now I'd give that one a go. Definite. The mixed berry, I do like a mixed berry.
Yeah, and then we got a double IPA that's 7.4% by Thornbridge.
Right.
So if you get yourself, this would be amazing to
do all 25 in one sitting?
I think. But this video, Dave, normally a video gets me about 500-600 views. This video in one day's got me 3.1 thousand. So that's about 4 times what I normally get. There's a massive excitement in the industry at the moment for these beers because Tesco's are supporting local craft brewers. So if I can put a live request in, you don't have to do all 24 cans at the same time, but get yourself down the beer aisle in the big or the Tesco Extra and pick up a few of these cans, and over the next, whenever you got time, over the next 2 weeks, it'd be magic to see you do some beer.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'd love to help out there. So how many viewers we got now at this moment? Does it say?
Do you know? I don't know.
Don't say 3.
Do it through this. I can.
Don't worry. Don't do it, then. In case we lose the screen, don't do it. We'll find out later.
Yeah, we'll find out. Normally, when I do a live broadcast, I'm normally up to about 200 people watching at any one time. Yeah. But I do it on my own. So, top corner of YouTube, when you press the upload button to upload your video, you'll see a drop-down box, and you can go live as well.
Yeah.
All you do, Dave, you push that button, and then you go live to your 31,000 people.
Right. Okay.
Fantastic. And what it does for you, Dave, is on the right-hand side of the screen, it'll give you a live chat. So you can speak to your audience live.
I would have to look into this more.
Get some crisps. Yeah, so when you upload the beer, your review on the right-hand side is a drop-down box. It'll say, go live. That's all. Click that, job done.
That's what we got to do. I will be doing. I'm going to look into this because people keep saying go live and do all that. So if they want it, they can have it.
Brilliant. Well, I'll be one of your viewers. I'll most definitely come in and have a chat with you. Now then, Dave, you're a food reviewer. What would you pair with this nice 5 a.m. red ale? Do you have a couple of crisps on hand, or?
I've got some. I've been down my local cost cutters.
Yeah.
And I've got some pretzels.
Brilliant.
Elephant pretzels, 89p.
Can't fault it. Can't fault it. I've got some real hand-cooked oak barbecue.
I have them. What were the ones with the pit bloke on it? The Welsh pit bloke.
Oh, the cheese ones.
They were lovely. They were absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I won't get the dog in eating these. You're all right.
Let's dive in.
Right. The state of them, how do they look like? They look like bananas being cut and dried.
Banana slices, yeah.
Yeah. Full of flavour, though.
Yeah, full of flavour. Really good. I think I'm a bit of a pork scratching man when it comes to beers. Love a pork scratching, love some crisps. I've
done some reviews on pork scratchings.
Have you?
Yeah, I can't remember them, though. But have a look back.
So my audience who are watching, again, you might be wondering if you've just tuned in. This is Dave from the Blue Van Man channel on YouTube. Please visit him. Please subscribe to his channel. He's a wonderful bloke. Wonderful stuff on his channel. If you enjoy what I do, where I pair the beers with the food, Dave does a lot of beer and food as well. So jump over, say hello to Dave. Just Google him up on the YouTube search, Blue Van Man. Give him a sub.
And I'm there. Cheers. This is all right, isn't it? I like this one. I do like this one.
What is it? 5 point? I think it's 5%. Oh, 5% ABV. I think they've lowered the ABV a little bit since.
Yeah.
I've had it last. Yeah, it's a good beer.
It is. It is nice. It is very nice. I do like that one. I like the berries. I like that kind of fruit. So happy days.
The malt as well. Coming from being a lager drinker, I mean, I think we were all lager drinkers at one stage.
Yeah.
If I'm 40 next month, so we all went through a stage of drinking lager. Do you find with these ales, do you find they have a lot more body to them? A lot more?
Yes, yeah, they are. But you tend to find it's like lagers are just mass produced with no love, no care. They just churn it out because anybody will drink it. Yeah. Where you drink something like this, you've got to develop a decent palate, ain't you? You've got to understand the beer, I think, now. It's, you know, you've got to have a love of beer and the taste of it. And this is what my old man liked, kind of thing. So, you know, my old man's a pedigree drinker.
Yeah, I know.
And but he likes all that. But there again, I like a Guinness. I love a stout. So it's all, you've got to have a different taste of everything, haven't you? So
absolutely. And I think in the last, just to give you an idea, Dave, in the last 10 years, we've had thousands of microbreweries pop up in the UK now. It's the government brought in a reduction in the tax that if you produce under so many barrels a year, you can have this reduction in the tax.
Yeah.
Since then, the craft beer scene has exploded. I bet you've got many local craft breweries in Leicester.
I actually I went to a microbrewery the other day in Syston, and it's a village a couple away from us. And it was absolutely brilliant. I could have quite happily sat there and got drunk.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was just lovely. It, like you got an electronic board up with all these beers just spinning round and everything. And you could have just sat there and gone through the lot. It was like going and ordering a Costa coffee or something. He got that many different varieties.
That would be a really good. I definitely watch that video if you decided to go to drink some beer in there and make some videos of your local. Again, talking about local stuff, local Leicester beer. Yeah.
Well, hopefully, I'm going to get myself a new camera, and I might just do that. I might go around and have a word with him and say, "Can I do an interview with you?" It's lovely. He's got all old medical stuff on the wall. He'd made it a real good theme pub, and it was lovely. It was called the Beer Pharmacy in Syston. If anybody lives out in Leicester way, just go and have a look and give the bloke a bit of support. It's all needed.
Oh, the Beer Pharmacy. I'll Google it up after this. I'll be interested myself.
Well, I've got him on my Twitter account. I've got a Blue Van Man 04 Twitter account, and it links it all off to that as well. It really is a smart little place.
Do you have also, you must do you have a Brewdog Leicester?
A Brewdog in Leicester?
Yeah, they range of bars, Brewdog. We got a Brewdog in Cardiff. There's a few in London.
Do you know what, mate? I don't actually drink in Leicester anymore. Them days have gone of going out in the city. Being so big, always somebody wanted to hit you. So yeah. Always pick on the big lad. But I honestly don't know, mate. I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't lie to you, so I don't know.
Okay. I got another. I've been thinking about the questions to ask you there. I got another really good question. We're both football fans. Where were you, Dave, when Leicester City won the Premier League title?
When they won the top, what? When they lifted it?
Yeah.
Or when they lifted the title? Do you want to know where I was?
Yes, go on.
Right. I've been at work that day, so I couldn't get time off to watch it. And I come home, and I just got home, and they were just about to lift the trophy. About 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And the wife says, "That car's not running right. Can you just take it for a quick run?"
Yeah.
So I took the Saab out, and up our way, we used to have the Quorn Hunt.
Yeah.
And I went by their hunt, their old place, and I blew the Saab up.
Oh,
so I was stuck in the middle of nowhere, listening to it on the radio, waiting for a lorry to come in, and that was it. I never actually got to see them lift it live.
Do you know what though? That makes for. I mean, you must have been devastated at the time, but that makes for a good story, like now, doesn't it?
It's a JFK moment, isn't it? Yeah. Where were you when Leicester picked the trophy up?
Yeah,
I was sitting on top. I was sitting on my bonnet on my Saab because it blew up.
Well, we got Manchester City tonight in about 25 minutes' time.
Yeah.
Just hoping it's not a cricket score.
Do you know what? I don't think it will be. I think they'll be up for it after Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think they'll try, and Warnock will definitely be up for it. I mean, let's face it, you've got one of the most hated managers out, but I really felt sorry for that bloke on Saturday.
Do you know, I was calling for Warnock for the last 3 years. Before he came in, get Neil Warnock. What he did with Rotherham, he kind of like sold them, didn't he? What a fantastic! I've always kind of been a big fan of Warnock, but I like his outspokenness. He's old, school, isn't he?
I can relate to that.
Yeah. So, why is it that he's only because I don't know? Well, how come he's not very well liked in
I don't know. He seems to have this attitude to me that the world's always against him, and sometimes you've just got to try and go around things differently.
Yeah.
And I think he was manager of a club where I think it was Sheffield United once, and they were playing Liverpool in the cup, and he went break his legs or something. And ever since that, I don't like to hear people shouting break their legs, because I broke my leg playing football. I don't. I'm not too keen on people shouting that out. So.
No, it's not very nice, is it? Not very.
No, but that's all really. He just seems to play the victim all the while. But on Saturday, I really did feel sorry for the bloke. It was shocking linesman and refereeing. Awful. They should be suspended for a couple of weeks. But that don't help you guys, does it?
No, that's just maybe a point today. And I think if we can, I think the team who we can drag into it are maybe Brighton or Burnley. They'll be dragged in. If we can.
I think Brighton. I think Brighton will go down there with you. I think you'll be battling it for Brighton at the end. I don't think you're out of you ain't gone down yet, you guys. You ain't gone down yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. We're hoping and praying. Okay, but back to the. So you've had this massive success now. It must feel like 100 miles an hour to you, Dave.
It is a bit like that. I honestly can't see the attraction in me. The wife will say, "Why do people like you? You're obnoxious."
I think, do you know, there's enough. There's so many. Like there's been a controversy over the last few days. You know, you remember that guy called Zac Efron? He did the High School Musical. Well, YouTube have just opened him a channel and they've advertised this Zac Efron. Over what YouTube used to be. I've been doing this 9 years now, Dave. Nearly 10 years. What YouTube used to be was the people. It used to be just about the people. You, me, all guys.
Yeah.
They're inviting these big stars over to YouTube now. I think Will Smith's got a channel, Zac Efron, Jack Black, and they're overly kind of like tweeting about him, Facebooking about him. Come and watch the Zac Efrons of the world and the Will Smiths, and they're not thinking about the people who actually create YouTube, which is the people like
you want to see Will Smith, just watch him on repeats of Prince of Bel-Air.
Exactly.
He's there. That's the career he's been doing for the last 25 years.
Exactly. So I think YouTube as a platform, people are revolting. They're kind of like, I want to watch a guy drinking a beer, or I want to watch a guy sitting on a roundabout. I think you're on a roundabout, weren't you? Eating chips, fish and chips.
Yes, I was at Shelthorpe in Loughborough. I was eating fish and chips there. So
I know that video was brilliant, absolutely fantastic.
That's just it. I'm just a man, and that's all. I don't want to be anything special. If this does take off, you won't change me. I know I'm sitting here now in my garage saying that, but it won't change me. I'll still be an idiot. I'm 25 in my head still, and that's it.
So have you had people asking for Blue Van Man merch, like people asking you to make hats and t-shirts?
Yes, I have, and I haven't got a clue. But what I don't want to do is end up like bloody Del Boy with 2,000 t-shirts that I can't get rid of, and the wife going, "What are you doing with them now? What are you going to do with them?" I did the same thing. I did that. I bought a load of t-shirts when the channel was small, and I ended up throwing a load away because people didn't want to buy them. Now the channel's up to about 26,000 followers. People are saying, "Will you make some more merch?" And I'm thinking, I've had my fingers burnt once. Yeah, that is exactly it. I can't afford to go and buy 2,000 shirts, and then what am I going to do with them? I can only wear one at a time.
Are you ready to move on to the next beer?
I am, mate. Yes. Never thought you'd say anything. Are you one of them that talks and don't get the round in?
My round next.
Spot on.
Right, this is Brewdog's Punk IPA. Do you want to lead us into this beer review, Dave?
I can do. So, here we go. Is this a citrusy one?
Yes. So,
be prepared to be disappointed then, because I won't lie.
Okay. They called it a postmodern classic.
Is it?
5.6% ABV. When you have a minute, Dave, put into YouTube Brewdog Punk IPA. You'll see a fresh-faced bloke at the top.
Yeah.
9 years ago. The beer was 6% ABV.
Is that how long this has been out? Have they been making this for 10 years?
10, 11, 12 years, yeah, this has been out, yeah.
Struth.
Yeah. So they changed the ABV, and it was a very, very different beer. It was like looking at soup years ago. Have a look at my review when you got a minute. They've changed it. They've you know what it's like, Dave, when they rebrand something, when they change the packet, they either reduce the grammage or they change the flavour, don't they? In Maltesers or M&Ms or whatever.
I know what you mean.
They always make things smaller, but change the label, bit of marketing. So it's happened to this beer a little bit. It's been so successful, they've had to kind of.
It's excellent packaging, isn't it? It's really eye-catching stuff, I must admit.
Oh, where did you buy yours, Dave? If I can ask.
Cost Cutters in a place called Salby.
You did say. I picked this up in Tesco's while I was there yesterday.
Yeah.
So beer in the glass. We got a 2-finger whitehead, hazy, straw-coloured beer. I would say could have some combination.
I'd agree with that.
Should we smell it? Should we get our nose in?
Yeah, I can smell the citrusy stuff. Is it grapefruit?
No, what it is, Dave, I'm really pleased to be doing this. Again, for my followers, if you've just tuned in, this is Dave, the Blue Van Man, who's joined us here today. Dave is relatively new to the craft beer scene, so you guys have asked for it, where I kind of talk through a beer, craft beer, with somebody who's relatively new to it. So I'm going to explain now. So Dave, what happened in the 1970s was a small brewery called Sierra Nevada Brewing Company in America and Boston Beer Company. They make the Sam Adams Boston Lager. Have you heard of it?
I am, yes, I have heard of it.
So what happened in America in the 70s, it all boiled down to about 4 breweries. Budweiser, Miller, and a couple of others I can't remember. Maybe the Pabst Blue Ribbon. So it was down to about 4 companies. So the big companies were dominating the beer scene. A young chap back then opened up Sierra Nevada Brewing Company and started a beer, or brewed a beer called Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. That took off. 70s, 80s, 90s. The scene grew massively. The Brits got involved. So they started growing their own hops. Where the sunshine is in California, it's a bit like the wine regions.
Yeah.
They were growing these hops and they were producing, because of the sunlight, far more flavour. So what you're smelling, in a nutshell, I know it's a lot more technical than this, but I'm just speaking just normal speak. If you like.
Tell the idiot what it is and I'll listen.
is that these American hops, lots more flavour, because there's a lot more sunlight down in California. It's the soil, it's everything else. You get different wine regions, you get different beer regions. So the grapefruit is actually coming from the hops in the beer.
Oh, right.
It's not actual grapefruit in the beer, but it's an incredible aroma, isn't it?
It is. As my granddad Sid used to say, you're always learning, boy, till the day you die. So you're right.
Cheers, Dave. Let's dive in.
Cheers.
But do you get a little bit of maybe rubber tyre?
Yeah, there's certainly something strong in there, isn't there?
Yeah, like a rubber. I always pick it up as a maybe the hops have faded a little bit. Going from grapefruit, it turns a little bit like burning rubber. Do you get that?
It's like, now this is going to sound stupid. When I was at school, at the infant school, they always used to give us salad on a Friday. And they always used to give you a bit of orange. I don't know why. Orange and salad just don't go in my book. And you'd put it in your mouth, wouldn't you? So you look like you got a gum shield. It reminds me of that taste of the orange. The lemon, the outer orange.
I know, absolutely. A little bit sweet to begin with.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, quite sweet at the beginning.
sweet at the beginning, grapefruit, orange peel, bit of fleshy blood orange.
Yeah, that's it. Fleshy blood orange. You're there. You've got it.
It's not too bad. Basically, this beer used to be about £3.50 for about £3 to £3.50 a bottle.
Yeah.
When they were a small brewery, when they upped the scale of it, they were able to produce more of it. Was the cost come down?
Yeah.
I think this is about £1.90 now. Is that what you paid in cost cutters?
It was £2 at cost cutters, but they had a special offer of 3 for a £5.
There you go. There you go. So they've managed to you know what it's like. They've managed to bring it down to a good price.
Yes.
They sacrifice a little bit on flavour.
Okay. You know what I mean. But, no, it's all right. I mean, I don't know whether I'd drink this again. I'll be honest with you, because, like I say, I'm not a big fan of the citrusy. It's got a good head, though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, very nice, very nice.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the citrusy stuff, but I like that red one. This one, that's my. I will drink that again.
The American red ale, yeah, very good.
Yeah, beer. 5 a.m. That's when I used to get home when I was younger.
That's the name of the beer, yeah. 5 a.m. Used to get it.
Times I used to get home at 5 in the morning. God knows how, but I did.
No, I think back to them days, and I absolutely wonder how on earth I did it.
I walked home one morning with a paper boy.
I understand. I was there.
You were that paper boy.
Yeah. Brilliant. So I'll do it again because we have people joining and leaving all the time. People getting in from work.
Yeah.
This is Dave, the Blue Van Man. Should I say the beer's going to my head now, Dave? Take a look at his channel, Blue Van Man. Really good. He does a lot of food reviews. Does a lot of beer reviews. I think his latest beer review was stocks. Cumberland Ale, I think was your recent beer review. Jennings Cumberland Ale.
Oh yes, that was nice. We've got some lads at work, and they do all these running events. They run miles. Like Bucky ran 80 miles the other day, and the other lads, Adam and Daz, they all do these triathlon things.
Yeah,
I don't even want to drive 100 mile or whatever. Never mind run it.
Never mind. I know. I hit an age. Well, you can see the. You hit an age, and you do try. You try the very best, and you. Yeah. I mean, I'm going through about 20 beers a week reviewing, and
yeah.
it takes its toll. It's the job we're in, I suppose.
It is, yeah. I do try to cut all the stuff out now, though. I must admit, I've lost 7 kilos since Christmas.
Yeah,
so I'm quite happy with myself there.
So moving on, my next question for you, Dave, is what are your plans for the future? Has it been where you've grown so quickly now? You're laying in bed at night and you're thinking, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, or is it just you're just going with it? I'm
just going to stay with what I'm doing. It's been successful so far. Like I said earlier on, I owe a massive debt to True Geordie and Lawrence, and there is talk of me going on the kickoff.
That would be incredible.
Absolutely. It would be absolutely incredible. The kid, they want to come up with me as well, so. I don't know whether the wife can, because she has to look after dogs, but I'd absolutely love it if I could get on there. But I'm not going to go out there and play the desperate, I want to be a star fame thing. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it doesn't. I'm still going to be Dave. I'm still going to be me.
Absolutely. Well, I'd like to thank you. I mean, you made that video advertising my channel. That I was having a beer down my mate's house. Within 20 minutes of you posting that video, I think I picked up 50 subscribers.
So really?
I'd like to say
because of me. You picked up because of me.
Yeah, of course. So the True Geordie is kind of giving you a bit of a kick, and you've given me a bit of a kick, a little bit of a boost.
Well, that's great. I mean, I mean, some people would get quite big-headed about it, but I'm quite humble. I mean, I know I talked to the lads about it at work, and I must be boring the shit out of them. But I just can't believe that it's happening. So
it's fantastic. So at this stage, yeah, massive thank you for the shout out on the channel the other day. Thank you very much. Yeah. Are you just to be a bit technical now with the viewers? Just give me a moment, viewers. I'm just going to have a chat with Dave. Are you aware of a website called Social Blade?
No, I'm not. I'll be honest. No.
So maybe write it down if you've got a moment. It's called Social Blade. Now,
I'll put it on my memory thing on my phone. Go on then.
When you go in there in the search bar, just put in Blue Van Man.
Yeah.
And it's a website basically that tracks YouTube channels. So you'll be able to track your own YouTube channel, and they do all the kind of graph things. So that I could see, I was having a look at Social Blade, I was having a look at your channel, I was looking at your explosive growth on there. And it's a fantastic way, month on month, for you to gauge if things are working. You can see how many subscribers you've been pulling in, and it's a really, really good website for you to track your YouTube channel. What about cameras and lighting? Now you've got a fantastic, like, I've been building this studio here for the last 9 years. I've got a bit of lighting going on. When I record from my camera, I got a tripod that sits on the sink and microphones and the do you plan now, because you're a big channel, do you plan on maybe upping your production?
I will do, yes. I'll be honest with you, right? I mean, I'm still a family man. I've still got bills to pay, and I've got to justify buying these cameras and lights. I'm going to set up my garage like you've done there. I am actually going to set this all up, and I'm going to get myself a nice little camera, and I'm just going to go for it. And you've just been saying about the Social Blade thing, and you can see how you're progressing and all that.
Yeah.
Not wanting to sound like a big head or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to know about it.
Wow.
I just want to ride, and then before I go to bed, I'll say how many viewers I've got, how much money I've made, because I want to buy the daughter a MacBook.
Brilliant.
Out of it. And that's that. This is all I was doing it for, just to buy the kid a MacBook. And
amazing.
I could buy a MacBook anyway, but I just want to earn it from this to show them how you have to do things.
Well, I've looked at your Social Blade, Dave. I'm going to let you know now how many you've had in the last month. You've had 1 million views in the last month. 1 million views. 1 million. I've been watching. Thinking,
I don't understand. I mean, well, I can understand in a way, because people are saying it's because you don't edit, you just do things. You don't. You're not polished. You don't care. And I do care, but I don't care. I don't want to come across as a polished Hollywood film. I'm just me, and that's it. Absolutely. Anybody who knows me will say it's just Dave.
Okay. So tonight, we reviewed 5 AM Saint by Brewdog, Brewdog's Punk IPA. I think they preferred the 5 AM Saint more.
I do, yes. Yeah, very much so.
We've had a few crisps. Dave's had a few pretzels, elephant pretzels. Do you have, I'm going to end the broadcast in a moment, Dave. Do you have anything you'd like to finish on? Do you want to speak about, maybe talk about your channel, what you do, what have you got coming up?
Well, to be fair, mate, I don't have a clue what I've got coming up.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go Morrison's. I've got a KFC. Somebody keeps banging on about reviewing a new Tower Burger or something out. I don't want to say too much where I'm going to go and review. I've got a few places in mind because I don't want them to know I'm going.
Of course.
Chip shops and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just going to keep everything as I am. I'm not planning on major things. I'll do a few more with my Uncle Steve.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen Uncle Steve yet. He's obviously blind. He's been blind all his life, but that's not held him back with anything as such. If he can do it, he'll do it. And I went round and seen him and said, do you want to do some reviews with me? And he went, yeah, too right, I do. And that was it. And he loves it. And it's just nice to see all the good comments coming back for him as well. So, but no, I've got nothing special at all. I'm just going to keep it real and myself.
Fantastic. Yeah, before we go, before we finish this live broadcast, Dave, if you a request from me, if you can pop into your Tesco Extra, your big Tesco, have a look down the beer aisle.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, mate. If you what you want me to review, you email me, and I can go and then check it off, and I can keep a list and check it twice, and I'll try and do it that way.
I tell you what,
I'm a bit forgetful.
Make things easier. I tell you what, have a look at one of my latest videos. Have a look at the one with the most views in the last week. It's been this Tesco. I called it Amazing craft beer launched at Tesco.
Yeah.
It's gone a bit crazy. It's gone a bit crazy. People seem to be loving it. It's a big talking point in the brewing scene. The Tesco have really got behind it.
It's about time Tesco's did something right, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and yeah, have a look.
I will do.
I would love to see you get some of them beers on your channel. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah, well, we will. I'll tell you, if you want to do this again, mate, you just drop me a line and I'll do it. I'll be quite happy. We'll sort a date out and do it.
I tell you what, if I don't mind saying, if your daughter's technically minded, if she can watch a YouTube video how to invite somebody onto a live feed on, I would love to come onto your channel for maybe half an hour.
We'll do it. We'll sort something out. We'll get it working somehow and go from there.
Brilliant, brilliant. Dave, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming on. Cheers and beers.
Cheers,
Dave.
And good luck to Cardiff. Yeah. All right.
See you now.
Bye.